For my app review, I chose Khan Academy, and you can learn anything. And on this app, you really can. It has tons and tons of videos and tools for students to utilize if they miss something in the classroom and need to catch up. So I chose this app because I read The One World Schoolhouse by Kahn in Foundations of Education, and then we used his app in the Khan Academy in our teaching opportunity to show our classmates all the cool things that you can do on this app. And in the book, he talks a lot about having a flipped classroom. And having a flipped classroom is like something that teachers, I think, are a lot of times scared of, but there's a lot of benefits to having a flipped classroom. Some of those benefits are having time to work on homework in the class. So if the kids are lost and confused, they have someone to go to talk to. And then you're not also spending all your time sitting there lecturing. Because when you lecture, kids are sad and they are bored and they're not engaged in the work. And so this allows us to have this opportunity to take the time to really dive deeper in the classroom instead of just getting all of this basic knowledge thrown at the students. And it also allows for us to be hands-on. And it allows us to involve the community more. And I love involving the community in your classroom because then you don't have to worry about the time that it's going to take away from learning the basics. Instead, you can have someone come in, let them talk, let them teach, and the students will already have that knowledge outside of a classroom. And if you don't know what a flipped classroom is, it's basically where you take the lecture-y portion of it and you have the students do that at home. They learn the basic informations. That might be like watching videos or primarily it's like watching videos, but teachers can have other things too, like reading an assignment that you were going to have them read in class or something to that extent. So that way they're doing getting the basic knowledge at home and then they have time for other things in the classroom. And that's what the whole book is about, the One World Schoolhouse is about. And that's why Khan Academy was invented. Alright, so now I'm going to get into a little bit of what the Khan Academy app is. And there's a lot of different features on it. And first I'm just going to go through the description they give you, but then I'm going to add to it and talk about a few other cool things that I've noticed when I've been using it. So first there's 10,000 free videos and explanation, which is awesome. And that's super helpful too as a teacher if you're not comfortable in a certain subject, if you're not comfortable explaining something, or maybe you've tried explaining it over and over again and your kids just really are not getting it. Then you can show them one of these videos and just hearing it another way or seeing it explained. They use a lot of them use an app that's almost like Explain Everything, where you can write on it and he goes through things step by step, which is really beneficial for the students to get another way of looking at it if they're not getting it how you're teaching them. And also I really like this one where it says you keep learning when you're offline. This is nice if you're in a classroom where it's one-to-one and each student has a computer. And if you are having them take those computers home, which I know a lot of younger students aren't allowed to, but if they're older and are allowed to use it all the time, they don't have to have Wi-Fi at home to be able to access these videos, which is huge if you are in an area where you have low poverty or high poverty and the students don't have access to Wi-Fi or internet at home. They're still able to do their homework. They won't have the excuse to be well, I didn't do it because I couldn't connect to the internet. Well, you don't need it. You can have them pre-downloaded on your app, which is super nice. And then it also is there's the online version of it, which is this khanacademy.org, and that allows you to create classrooms and stuff like that on the app or on the online version, and then it syncs to your iPhone or to your iPad, and so that it keeps up to date, so the students aren't sort of half completing something and then having to start back over if they switch what they're doing it on, which is really nice. So those are like my favorite points that they have on theirs, but there's also a ton of other things that I'm going to go over in the next slide that are useful to a classroom teacher. Okay, so why I really like Khan Academy is that you can create your own class. So this is really beneficial for teachers. They can like go in, put their class, like their students in their class in a list, and then have their students like accept the invitation to be in the class, or like do it the other way too, like where they choose a class. And so then you have all of your students lined up on one thing, and then also you can see their results as the teacher, so you know if they're doing what you've asked them to do, you know if they're completing the work, and you can see if they're struggling in any specific areas, because it keeps track of like it in each subject. It like lets you know what they've done and what they haven't done, or maybe like where they are having problems, because you can see their scores and their results, or like where they're moving through things slower at a slower pace than in other subjects. And then also this is really exciting for the students because it is set up like a game. So it's not boring lectures, videos. It's you're earning points, you're playing games, you have a character, but then you're also watching videos, you're getting the information, and then you're being tested on it. So it makes it a little bit better for the students, that they're not being like bored to tears by video after video. Like there's other things on the Khan Academy that are fun for them to use. And the very best part of this app is that it is completely free for teachers, for students. The students can create an account for free, and the teachers can create an account and have like all full access to the website, and they don't have to pay anything. Nothing costs anything. You have access to everything, which is really nice as a teacher. We're like spending our own money a lot, and you don't have to on this app at all. And the students aren't going to be like held accountable for like accidentally buying anything or doing anything like that, because there's not really any options to do that on this website. So I would definitely recommend at least checking it out for Khan Academy. Like, what can you lose? Like, it's completely free, and it could have a huge impact on helping your students learn in the classroom. And even if it's not something you utilize in your classroom, it could be something your students use as a resource at a home, or like in a tutor sessions, or something like that. So they have access to this information, because there's a ton of it and it's free, so why not use it?